Hey everyone, how's it going and welcome back to ROBOTBOY, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at terraforming in No Man's Sky. Terraforming? But ROBOTBOY, terraforming doesn't exist in No Man's Sky. And you're right, well, kind of. And this is why we're going to discuss this today, because there was a mention of it being implemented into No Man's Sky with the next update, but it never came to fruition in the way that I thought it would, and there was kind of some ambiguity to what they were talking about and how it actually came out. So in this video we're going to take a look at what was initially mentioned of this mechanic, how it might work, when or if we might see it added to the game, if ever at all. So firstly, what is terraforming by definition? So terraforming is the act of artificially transforming a planet's atmosphere, temperature, topology, or ecology. This could be from hot to cold, from acidic to clean, from mountainous to flat. The current status of climate change, for example, is a form of terraforming. We are emitting too much CO2 into the atmosphere, therefore artificially altering it. Of course, in that case, it's bad for us, but artificial terraforming in sci-fi is typically used to alter a planet's environment to make it habitable for the species controlling the change. In the case of No Man's Sky, that would be us, the travelers. So what is the history of this terraforming concept in No Man's Sky, and why am I even talking about it today? Well, it's been bugging me in the back of my mind. Before Next was released, I remembered there was talk of terraforming, quote, directly from Hello Games, one of their patch note type things, I believe. I remember covering it in one of my videos leading up to release, and then it just kind of nothing ever happened with it, and I've been thinking like, wait a second, I remember they were talking about that, whatever happened to it? And I wondered what we could expect to have seen from that. Alas, we saw nothing, but it wasn't pulled from thin air. I was thinking about this, maybe I made it up, but no, this is definitely something Hello Games spoke about before, and it never came to the light of day in the more extreme sense of altering atmospheres the way that I thought that they were referring to. And in fact, in hindsight now, I do have a feeling that when Hello Games were referring to terraforming, they were simply referring to the terrain manipulator and how we are able to manually now change and shape the surface of a planet, which we could do in Atlas Rises, but they slightly improved on it in No Man's Sky Next. But yeah, that's it. That's their definition of terraforming. Okay. In which case, terraforming is not something to be overly excited about then when looking to the future of No Man's Sky. But that's not going to stop me today from going that one bit further and asking, how could more extreme cases of terraforming be used in No Man's Sky, and how would it even work? So here's my idea. Strap yourselves in, let's go. The way I imagined terraforming coming to the game to this more extreme scale was that at our bases we could deploy a new permanent technology that would alter the atmosphere within a certain radius to shield it from all hazardous conditions. It wouldn't be as extreme as, making a circle of grass on a desert planet, literally adding in assets, changing the biome per se, but it would instead be more focused on just cancelling out hazardous effects in a certain area to make it more habitable. Especially with our bases, a place that we will be outside and wandering around quite a lot, this would give us even more freedom and potential to build bases anywhere we wanted. No longer would a stunning resource-rich planet be an invalid base building location due to its extreme weather. No, now you could make a certain area shielded from general radiation, as well as any weather and storms that may appear on that planet too. So will it ever come to No Man's Sky? From a development perspective, it could potentially be an absolute nightmare to deal with. Having to install completely different weather conditions on certain areas of a planet. It could be done, I'm sure. I have so much faith in Hello Games that they can pull anything off, but it would be a pain, especially now Hello Games have to consider synchronous multiplayer as well. That doesn't mean it won't come or could come, but it is very unlikely. As I say, I would really like it to come to the game, as I feel it could go a long way in making bases even more important and significant, and just make it that little bit more homely. You step out the front door and you're not immediately disintegrated by the 1000-degree firestorm currently raging outside. So that's it everyone, please do leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. What do you think of this concept for expanded terraforming? Do you want to add anything more to the idea? And do you think we could ever see something like this in the future? Please let me know. As always, please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do subscribe to join me on this journey if you haven't done so already. And if you're feeling super generous, please do head over to my Patreon to help support this channel, and the link to that is in the description below. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video.